superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self. Ragnar Lothbrok. I would rather be ruled by a man capable of ruthlessness than by a fool and a coward. Ragnar Lothbrok. The gods may demand that we follow their path, but only by our own will can we find our true destiny. Lagertha. We choose our own destiny. A man does not become a hero by virtue of his birthright, only by his actions. Floki. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Travel far and wide, and you should possess the secrets of man. There is more honor in accumulating little by little than in reaching for the sky and ending up flat on your face. It is better to stand and fight. If you run, you'll only die tired. The error is the result of letting fear rule your actions. As one candle can light another, so too can greatness of mind be transferred amongst men. To remain in solitude is to deprive oneself of this kindling. When fear leads the way, the destination is never glorious. No one is a total fool if he knows when to hold his tongue. Where wolf's ears are, wolf's teeth are near. The foolish man thinks he will live forever if he keeps away from fighting, but old age won't grant him a truce, even if the spears do. A man is not wealthy because he has riches, but because he has valor. Fear, not death, for the hour of your doom is set, and none may escape it. I always believed that death is a fate far better than life, for you will be reunited with lost loved ones. Better to die with honor than live with shame. The brave men fall, but the cowards run forever. Yes, I have made mistakes. Life didn't come with instructions. Gold is little comfort for the kinsman dead. Old friends are the last to break away. A sword, age, a wind age, a wolf age. No longer is there mercy among men. Give kind heed to the dead. Sick, dead. See, dead. Or word dead. Treat their bodies with respect and see that they are laid to rest with too much ale, and a man's heart is laid open for all to see. Don't mess with ale if you are weak. A clear head is good company. Drink is a dangerous friend. If you hear the fool's word of a drunken man, strive not with him who is drunk with drink, and witless, for often only ill and doom come out of such things. Even in the sheath the sword must be sharp, so too must the mind and the spirit be within the body. A person should not agree today to what he will regret tomorrow. Never trust the advice of a man in difficulties. Fight your foes in the field, nor be burnt in your house. Where you recognize evil, speak out against it, and give no truces to your enemies. Wisdom is welcome wherever it comes from. When truth and fairness are different from what is law better, it is to follow truth and fairness. It is an old custom for the wisest to give way. One should not ask more than would be thought fitting. When faring on journeys, ward yourself well. Take not harbor near the highway, for thereby dwell many ill wights for men's bewilderment. Best it is for man's words to seek peace when it is possible. Take care of your speech. It can be the catalyst for many needless problems. You never know who could be lending an ear to your ramblings. Often is there regret for saying too much, and seldom regret for saying too little. Stand by your own trial and not by what others say. The brave man well shall fight and win, though dull his blade may be. Oftentimes it is not numbers that wins the victory, but those who fare forward with the most vigor. Ill it is to abandon honor and integrity in exchange for injustice and greed. Eagles should show their claws, though dying. When men meet foes in fight, better is stout heart than sharp sword. Stubbornness brings either greater humiliation or greater honor. All a people need in order to rise up against tyranny is a leader bold enough to take up the banner. When a real battle starts, you'll always find that there is no bravest man. Do not weep, mother. If we are killed, it will be said of you that you had good sons. He with a short knife must try again. With many who come to power and honor, pride keeps pace with promotion. You will reach your destination even though you travel slowly. There's always a better choice than cowardice if you have business to take care of. The one you trust most can disappoint you most. Good to love. Good things when all goes according to thy heart's desire. The more folk stand in the way of two hearts that yearn for each other, the hotter the flame of love waxes. Eyes cannot hide a woman's love for a man. Nothing good can happen to people who break their solemn vows, not him, whose father, brother, or other kin you have slain, no matter how young he be, for often grows the wolf in the child. Who can't defend the wealth they have must die or share with the rover. Bold, I have not seen any man who loved virtue as much as he loved life. There is no bad weather, only bad clothing. The tongue can lie, but the eyes cannot. A rotten branch will be found in every tree. A guest must depart, even though he be a king. That which has a bad beginning is likely to have a bad ending. To take up great resolutions and then to lay them aside only ends in dishonor. Not every cloud which darkens the day brings rain. Gossip often leads to trouble. Only a coward waits to be taken like a lamb from the fold or a fox from a trap. The old horse in the stall still wants to run. We fight. That is how we win, and that is how we die. No man can walk through life without things happening to him. You do not think like other men. You're unpredictable, and that will serve you well. But unhappiness is more common than happiness. Who told you should be happy? It is one thing to use a weapon, but another to kill. Power is dangerous. It corrupts the best and attracts the worst. Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. In my world, I am constantly torn between killing myself or everyone around me. A man does two things. He fights to conquer and preserve, and he looks after his family. Don't waste your time looking back. You're not going that way. You don't need a title to be a leader. We live to fight another day. When your time comes, you must lead with your head, not with your heart. All roads lead to the throne. Am not satisfied with this. The world is changing, and we must change with it. We should not wash our dirty clothes in front of others. Din gave his eye to acquire knowledge, but I would give far more. I would worry less about the gods and more about the fury of a patient man. But unhappiness is more common than happiness. Who told you should be happy? I don't know how I am going to win. I just know I'm not going to lose. Don't waste your time looking back. You're not going that way. We had Thor on our side. You give the gods too much credit. Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up. I don't believe in the gods' existence. Man is the master of his own fate, not the gods. The gods are man's creation to give answers that they are too afraid to give themselves. I'm not satisfied with this. It is one thing to use a weapon, but another to kill. You don't need a title to be a leader. All roads lead to the throne. We live to fight another day. How the little piggies will grunt when they hear how the old boar suffered. I always believe that death is a fate far better than life, for you will be reunited with lost loved ones. But we will never meet again, my friend, for I have a feeling that your God might object to me visiting you in heaven. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. How the little piggies will grunt when they hear how the old boar suffered. It gladdens me to know that Odin prepares for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale from curved horns. This hero that comes into Valhalla does not lament his death. I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear. There I shall wait for my sons to join me, and when they do, I will bask in their tales of triumph. The Aesir will welcome me. My death comes without apology, and I welcome the Valkyries to summon me home. Gods are man's creation to give answers that they are too afraid to give themselves. I do not believe in the gods' existence. Man is master of his own faith, not gods. The gods are man's creation to give answers that they are too afraid to give themselves.